Hey y'all, me again. So yeah, we're going back to Batman Forever. Just want to let you guys know, like the first time, lots of flashing, a lot. Just yeah, there. I hope you enjoy.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's
Oh.
just a regular guy. Don't worry about it.
Wait, what happened to the quality?
What do you mean? What happened to the quality?
What
This
happened
is
to the-
Batman Forever, the arcade game.
Are you
By
sure?
Acclaim. Actually, no, I think it was published by Acclaim.
It was published by
developed by
Iguana.
Iguana something.
Iguana
I think they
Entertainment.
worked. Yeah, I think they also. I should have had the Wikipedia page
Well.
up if one exists for Batman Forever, the arcade game. I don't know. We have some time to kill.
I'm
We've got
pretty
about
sure
24
there
minutes on
is.
this one. Yeah. I think they were also like responsible. If they're the same devs I'm thinking about, they handle like the NBA Jam ports,
I would
or at
assume
least they
so.
made NBA Jam. Because I recall an iguana spinning a basketball like in the logos for those games particularly. But hey, everybody,
NBA Jam Sega CD.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, Sega CD specifically.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they
wait,
also had
CD,
a-
Genesis, SNES. Yeah, they.
And,
they
okay,
handled
yeah,
it,
so yeah, so that is what I'm thinking about. Okay, so yeah, so I am familiar with them. I guess the basketball deflated and they just went back to a regular iguana.
Like they,
but
like they were Iguana Entertainment until '99. Around 2000, they were known as Acclaim Studios Austin.
oh, okay, so it was actually an in-house dev team then, and not just a publisher.
Maybe.
That sort of thing, because I'm thinking about like their previous outings, right? Because I know Acclaim.
Wait,
like
they got acquired by Acclaim in '95.
oh, okay, so that explains it. Yeah, because I to this day, I'm never really sure if Acclaim was just a publisher or was it actually a dev team. Because I think back to like my earliest recollections of Acclaim was Mortal Kombat, the console ports.
Yeah.
You know, but I know the Genesis games were by Probe.
Yes.
And it was published by Acclaim, I want to say.
Yes.
And maybe the SNES version was maybe in-house dev by Acclaim. I don't know. But either way, I don't think Acclaim had anything to do with this. I think they just put their name on it and published it for the sake of making sure this console port of the arcade game was released, as Acclaim was wont to do around this time. I think this game, the PS1 and the Sega Saturn ports of this game were released around 95, 96, right when these consoles were just up and coming.
It was '96, and it was still Iguana Entertainment.
It was the one at a time. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, it's been 2.5 minutes and we have not properly introduced the video. Take it, everybody. We're back. We're giving you what we promised we were going to do at the end. I say end in massive quotes there.
I was gonna say
of the dark.
I was gonna say you promised. I didn't promise anything.
Well, and you agreed to it. You could have said no.
I live here. I don't want to. I don't want to risk getting kicked out.
Yeah, well, I would not kick you out for not joining me for the Batman Forever co-op run back on the PlayStation 1 / Sega Saturn. But yeah, so consider this a proper follow-up, the finale of the Batman Forever the arcade game experience, because just to refresh your memory in case you haven't watched it, or maybe it's been some time since you watched it, that video was like over a month ago at the time of this recording. We recorded Batman Forever the arcade game, the actual arcade version of the game, which was released in 1995 in conjunction with Batman Forever, the movie. And I don't know how to accurately describe the game. I mean, you can see it here because like we're going to get into like the console specific stuff in a moment here, but the game is just an auditory visual sensor overload. There is so much shit happening on the screen at all times for little to no reason, mind you.
Oh, at least the bowling animation's still here.
Yes, they are. I guess this is also, I think, the only time I'm going to be leaving them in because, as you can see, it shouldn't be terribly surprising, but the PlayStation 1 Sega Saturn version of the game has loading screens.
I just noticed the trademark next to the bat symbol.
The trademark has to be everywhere. You know,
like, oh my god!
No matter, even in the Batman video game, which already has all the proper licensing, fine print, trademark, and registered copyrights on the damn fine print of the title screen, they still have to throw the trademark symbol next to the fucking Bat logo whenever it's there. I'm pretty sure if you zoom in and enhance on Batman's Bat symbol on his suit, there is a little trademark next to his nipple.
No, it's T and M on both nipples.
He calls his left nipple M. His right nipple trade. Yeah, I don't know how to trade M. You learn something new every day.
Hey, these robots. There's so much happening.
We had to unfortunately end the playthrough sooner than expected because we were running the arcade game off of my Steam Deck. Utilizing like the built-in RetroArch emulator, the MAME emulator inside, and unfortunately, Batman Forever, from my knowledge and my research, is not entirely stable. It is prone to crashing, and that is what happened at the end of that playthrough. We got to this stage specifically where it crashed.
No, we were in the stage before that.
Before this. But it crashed. But it crashed. Yeah, and we had to move on and do other things for that day because essentially, the game did not like save stating. The game did not handle loading save states well. It would just like sort of hang up and like freeze.
Yeah. And
we had entire thing. So
also,
what the fuck is this?
My favorite boss battle in this entire game. Is it stupid? Oh yeah, it's so fucking stupid, but it's so awesome.
Listen. Yes, there was an actual bat. You saw in Bruce Wayne's flashbacks in Batman Forever. It was the bat that he encountered when, as a child, he fell down the well. I think it was like a pitfall.
Yeah.
It was after his parents' funeral. You get most of it in a deleted scene. Like I think it was in a deleted scene that the funeral stuff and like the result of it was cut out.
I thought you were gonna say we see Bruce Wayne as a child fighting a bat.
Fighting the bat, yeah. He's like, I gotta throw down with the bat. Yes, father, I shall wrestle the bat. But still, like, in the eyes of a child, sure, the bat looked fucking terrifying, but it is ultimately what encourages him later down the road to don the fucking, like, the cowl and the cape. It's not an actual fucking giant bat that you fight. It's not. With deadly sonar and fireball. Why does it have fireballs? Is this Batman or Dracula? Like, what's going on here? It's not an actual fucking bat. You know what, though? This makes... You remember at the end of the movie?
No.
When Jim Carrey is not the...
I've only seen the movie once.
Okay, but let me see. Do you remember towards the end of the movie, you know, Batman saves the day, he throws the Batarang at the giant thing, and Riddler loses all of his brain powers, and he becomes melted on the fucking couch, like a couch potato. And then Bruce Wayne tells him, I'm both Bruce Wayne and Batman, not because I want to be, but because I choose to be. And then he gives him that fucking look. And then Jim Carrey screams his goddamn lungs out because he then sees the vision of the bat. And I never really got what was going on there, but now I know. He's shooting sonar and fireballs at the poor fucker. I would scream too. So get this shit. We were also near at the tail end of the game. Yeah, this is the final stage.
This is the last stage.
I can't believe how far we were, like how close we were to finishing the game before the game just fucking crashed. It pisses me off.
Like we had like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, about so.
And then the emulator was like, nope.
Yeah, so again, to go back into what we were talking about, we are playing the PlayStation 1 version specifically of Batman Forever, the arcade game.
It looks horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, the arcade game wasn't a good looking game in the first place.
I mean,
like, I guess to be fair for the PlayStation, you know, but that said, if you grew up with this system, this and the Sega, not so much Sega Saturn, but the PlayStation 1 specifically, if you were privy to getting console versions of games that like were arcade releases first, you kind of had to expect the game to get downgraded and so forth. Like for me personally, my go-to example will always be Marvel vs. Capcom games,
right?
Because like X-Men vs. Street Fighter, fucking loved it to death in the arcade. So when they got a console release on the PlayStation, I was on that shit like white on rice. But I had the displeasure of finding out that because the PlayStation 1 didn't have as much memory capacity or as much RAM, the tag system mechanic was completely axed. Like it was still 2v2, but you had it wasn't even 2v2. You had 1v1, and your partner was essentially an assist.
Okay.
But you could not switch characters, which was a big part of the game just fucking taken out. The only way you can re-enable it is with a cheat code.
That's weird.
That was it, and even then, that was still limited because of the memory capacity. Because the tag team will only work if both players picked the same characters.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because of like the limited memory capacity. So if I picked Ken and like Wolverine, you would have to also pick Ken and Wolverine so that we can properly tag team in the match itself.
And this is why people went to the Saturn version.
This is exactly why we went to the Saturn version. Yes,
that only got released in Japan.
In Japan, yes. Or they just stuck with the arcade original. I just kept going to the arcade because there was one always close by. What's up?
We're fighting Tassel again.
Yes, we're fighting Tassel.
When we were recording this, we had to start from the beginning to get to where we were.
Yes, because unfortunately there's no levels like code in this.
When we got to the Tassel fight, we learned that if you throw a big-ass box at him, you get multiple frames of hits.
Yeah, so like, I still have the raw footage. We can actually intersplice it here if you want to.
Yeah.
We found out that the box itself, when you throw it at a boss or enemy otherwise, it damages the enemy on every fucking frame. And it just shreds their health, and it was kind of awesome. Like, to give the game, I guess, some sort of credit, that was awesome. Albeit it probably is just a result of the game's janky as fuck combo system, or lack thereof.
It definitely wasn't intentional.
No, like maybe it was because the game does not have hit stun. Like a big reason as to why you can wombo combo enemies and consequently why enemies can wombo combo you is because there is no iframes. You can just get repeatedly, and there's not a goddamn thing that you can do about it because you can't block in this game.
Whoa.
Like, the only thing what's up?
Man's jorking his penar like
what the fuck would we say like during the bowling bonuses? No, because it's like we made the comment in the original like arcade run, but like when you're getting like the bowling alley bonuses at the end of every stage, it comes with a voice so basically depending on your performance of every stage, a player will be rewarded certain end game bonuses where you can do double damage, you'll start with like a multiple items, a hologram mode, all that sort of shit. But every time you pick one, it comes with like a very sultry, sexy computer voice. That's the thing. And one of them, I swear to Christ, we thought it was saying like a PNAR mode or something. It's supposed to say VR mode, but Elliot heard PNAR. And you could just say it's Gooner Brain. Of course he's going to hear that. But I also can't hear it. I can't unhear it. So yeah, I think that's just what he's saying. I don't know what it does, but I'm happy to still replicate it.
Check engine.
Today's stocks. Dude, because they really are just fucking bowling alley graphics.
Like, holy hell, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this game does not really end on what I would consider a high note. Like,
kind of abrupt.
I'm conflicted. Elliot, I'm conflicted.
Why?
Because I don't know if this is better or worse than Big Riddle.
I'd say it's a downgrade. I think it's a downgrade.
You think it's a downgrade? Yeah, okay. I'm having conflicting feelings too because Big Riddle makes no fucking sense. I want to be clear on this. I am not suddenly pro Big Riddle. Like, you won't see me voting for that man as the next president. But at the same time, there was something very striking with how sudden and unexpected the swollen Jim Carrey was. In this game, the ending is just a boss rush of a lot of previously fought goons while you have Jim Carrey on he's doing fucking
he's on the treadmill.
He's getting his steps in the background. He's walking in place. That sort of thing.
Like, put it this way. What other game are we gonna ever get to be released that we get big swole Jim Carrey?
Not even Edward Nygma. It's just Jim Carrey.
It's Jim Carrey
like in an earthworm Jim bodysuit. Yeah, I mean you're absolutely right.
Its feet hurt.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'm not really much of a foot guy.
Which we gotta bring up the fucking bow staff attacks.
Yeah, so now that we actually have time to catch our breath and like reflect on what the game is, because if you go back to the arcade gameplay, we are reacting to everything like as because we never really played the game before.
Yeah,
like we're really just seeing everything for the first time. We had no time, no thoughts to process how exactly the in-game mechanics work. So I guess I would kind of break it down as we're going along here. But these guys fucking suck, and there's like 4 of them here, and a big part of it is because of that damn bow staff they rock.
It shreds through health, and it
shreds through health. Because again, the game's lack of hit stun is a big culprit of that. But also, they can activate it on a fucking frame, one frame, and while they have it spinning, you can't hit them.
Yep.
And everything that they do, like, just hits you, and then you get wombo combo again because of the lack of hit stun. So you gotta, like, I think the intention is to have maybe a projectile if you happen to pick one up.
Yeah.
And what have you.
But even then, it's like, there's no projectiles here. None spawn.
No, none spawn. The only thing you get are power-ups. And essentially how it works, so because now that I actually, like, we played the game and I've read the manual, which is, it's not really much there, but it does elaborate on a couple of things. So powering up in this game, so every time you grab one of those bat power-up things, you fill up the purple meter underneath your health. When that reaches this threshold, the max threshold, you power up, which is the fucking seizure-inducing explosion that you see. There are 3 total power levels in this one. Every time you reach a threshold, you do the fucking seizure flashbang. But when and until, like, you lose your next life and that sort of thing, your attacks do more damage. And for what it's worth, when you reach, like, level 2 and especially level 3, you do, to be fair to the game's, like, design, you do fucking dish out a lot of fucking damage. And that when you reach the max level 3, that's when Robin and Batman, they do that really extra fucking explosion, which also acts as a screen nuke, like that.
Okay, so it does.
So powering up from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 is not a screen nuke. It's just a really flashy, I'm going to beat you to death now sort of thing. But reaching max level is a screen nuke, along with having, like, max damage available. You lose it, though, as soon as you lose a life, which is very easy to do.
Yeah, like,
again, because shit will just melt your health.
It's like, how are you supposed to reach that if you can't even do it?
Yeah, exactly. So see, that's exactly what Batman's doing there, is powering up to level 2. That is not a screen nuke. That is not a screen nuke. This is just reaching the next level, and they're being really fucking extra about it. God damn it, dude. This hurts my eyes every single time I look at it. It's... we're probably gonna put another seizure warning in the beginning of this video.
Oh no, there definitely
just
is.
As a result. But it's like, imagine just, like, playing this on your. Is Jim Carrey okay?
No. He saw the box office numbers for Dumb and Dumber 2.
But that's so far into the future from this time of the release. Can you see the future?
It's Jim Carrey. He can do anything.
Yeah. So it turns out the final boss is not so this is exactly like it's not exactly like the SNES game, because the SNES game they were reversed. Because you fought Two-Face first.
This is like the movie.
Then you fought Riddler.
This is like the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like the movie. You're right, because Riddler was dealt with first, and then Two-Face was. Oh, but this is not accurate to the movie at all, because Two-Face just fucking flips his coin, and Batman flips his coin, and Two-Face falls to his death. You know. But the final boss of the game is, unfortunately, Harvey Dent, or Two-Face, or maybe Harvey Two-Face, depending on which character you're going with. And I don't like this guy. You want to know why? Because you can't combo this guy. Like, the only you can't combo this guy with regular attacks, I should say. Because in Batman Forever, the arcade game, you have 2 attack buttons. You have the punch and you have the kick. Which, fun fact, once you pick up a power-up, like the Batarangs, the Bat Bolos, the Grapple, and what have you, you can't punch anymore. You have to use the special weapon first, because they use the same fucking button.
The other thing, if you're playing this on PlayStation, they defaulted jump to L1.
That is so strange. Because I was testing this game out for myself before we got the recording set up, and I was wondering, like, can I not jump in this game? And why is the kick button, like, all the way to the fucking right side of the controller? So then I look at the options, the button configuration, and I swear to I shit you not, folks, the first thing that my eyes immediately darted to was jump being on L1. I was like, why is it there? I have never played a game, to my knowledge, where the jump button was L1. Can you think of anything?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Then again, we played Heavy Rain, where your default walk like button is R2.
Yeah, that's right. But you see, I can kind of get that, because, you know, I think of racing car games where the triggers act as the pedals.
Well,
you know,
see,
you
that's
get your brake,
different.
you get your gas. No, but I can see maybe the semblance of what they were probably thinking. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but even Mars isn't a fucking car.
Yeah, but he got hit by one, and then he inherited the powers of the car, and that's why he uses R2 to walk. You see, man, I get David Cage. They called me a madman. But L1 is jump. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. No. But either way, you only have a basic punch. You have a basic kick. If you jump and hit the kick button, you can do a dive kick, which is actually pretty fucking effective. Like, all things considered, it's really fast, and it closes the gap. And it ends up being like my go-to way of approaching enemies in this for all that matters, because I did not enjoy myself playing this. I want to be very frank. Elliot even more so, because Elliot had to deal with a bit of input lag on top of that too, because we're recording this. So we're recording this via DuckStation, and because of my setup, I don't really have external speakers. Everything is fed through my headphones, and I don't have an analog splitter. So what I ended up having to do, just to make it easier for us, is that I got Elliot set up with a Parsec account, and we did a Parsec playthrough. Basically, it is a means of Elliot being able to connect to my desktop, connect his controller through his computer, and play DuckStation with me for a local co-op. Which is a very roundabout way, but I'm not buying this game on actual PlayStation 1. Are you fucking insane? And I wanted to be able to take advantage of cheat codes, because we're also using, I activated an Infinite Lives Game Shark code. I didn't want to do Infinite Health or Infinite Power or anything like that. I just wanted to simulate the arcade experience of Infinite Quarters, so Infinite Lives was enough. And unfortunately, because Elliot was a player 2, and through Parsec, he has to deal with just the slightest amount of input latency, which in a game is hyperactive as this, I guess, is one way of playing it. Does mean there's a bit of delay on Elliot's movements. Not too much, though, because Elliot was still able to do a lot of shit. He ends up, for like the first half of this fight, he ended up being the MVP, because he was kicking the fucking shit out of Harvey and sending him to the foul line.
And like that combo you did is the only way you'll be able to get a combo on Harvey.
And that is courtesy of Batman's only special move in the game, which is like his this sort of jump kick, which is forward kick. And like if you have it, like if you got it in just a sweet enough spot, you will hit the enemy like 4 times in a row. But it's like it's a coin flip, It's like whether or not you're actually going to connect with it. And it turns out that actually ends up being the best thing to deal with, at least casually speaking. Again, I thought I was going to spell Baja for a second. No, I'm just saying Baja dick.
And it just ends.
And it just ends, yeah. You prove the justice of our culture, Batman. and Gotham will live to see another day. Also, it really wasn't until this end screen where Elliot and I noticed that Batman's bat symbol on his chest goes through his entire fucking chest, dude.
Yeah, like, holy hell.
That thing is huge. like, why did they do it that way?
It doesn't need to be that. We know you're Batman.
Yeah, well, no, because if you anyone that reads the Batman comics knows that Batman's bat symbol on his chest is the hardest part of his bat suit.
Yeah,
it's deliberate because he's deliberately trying to draw the enemy's eyes towards his chest with like gunfire and knives, so that they can waste their ammo because it's bulletproof. And that sort of shit. It doesn't mean anything, though, when it's in your entire fucking chest. You don't give them a larger margin of error, Batman. You gotta make it quick. You gotta make it precise. You gotta make it tiny. You gotta make your shots count.
Bat symbol, no. Yellow part, a little soft. Everywhere else, free game.
Damn it. I knew I should have put more resources into it. So, I'm thinking about it, too, because this is the Batman Forever suit. Which is not only like very fucking skin tight black rubber with muscles, it also has nipples. So because how the symbol is so encapsulating his entire chest, his nipples are yellow. Like he just dead ass has yellow nipples in this suit, right? I'm not crazy. Oh my God. This
Meanwhile, Chris O'Donnell's nipples are fucking sore because it's red.
You're not even talking about Robin and Dick Grayson. It's
just Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell's nipples. I'm pretty sure his nipples are immaculate. But yeah, man, what an experience. What a ride this game is. It's not good. I want to stress this game is not, by all means, not a good time. No. Is it playable? Yeah, but do I recommend it? No. And a big part of it is because of just how nonsensical it is, which again is a selling point. You could arguably say that this game is so fucking, pardon the pun, batshit insane with its presentation, the speed of it, just how nonsensical it is.
Just don't be prone to seizures.
Yeah, but if you are at all photosensitive to rapid flashing, high intense imagery and colors, I in good faith cannot recommend Batman Forever, the arcade game, because it is a non-stop onslaught of just visual and auditory nonsense.
Yeah.
And like I feel it is my responsibility as one of the heads of this channel to warn you about that ahead of time. If the warnings that we've delivered to you throughout this video weren't enough.
Yeah.
But where Ellie and I are more than happy, I guess, to give you a proper conclusion.
Don't ask us for anything ever again.
To the Batman Forever arcade game experience on PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. Do not purchase this game. I recommend you just emulate it for yourself. Or if you want to play the original arcade experience, if you can get that properly running, I hope it doesn't crash and what have you, then go for it. The only thing you have to lose is eyesight.
Possible hearing damage.
Maybe. No, because I think the game isn't as loud as it is loud. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's good for a laugh. It's an interesting footnote in like Batman's licensed video game ventures.
Yeah.
And it's certainly arguably the best Batman Forever video game. Off the top of my head, because the only one I can think of is the Super Nintendo game. I think there was also a Genesis version of that, which I never played. I don't think I'm going to.
Oh, which one again?
And Batman Forever, the SNES game.
There was a Genesis one, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, which I think it was just the same game, only it was on the Genesis.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
I don't
there's
care.
There's also Game Gear, Game Boy,
okay, yeah, I've heard
DOS,
enough.
Microsoft Windows, the R Zone.
Whoa, you can't say that nowadays.
Oh, fuck.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna leave you with some more patron shout outs here in a second, but we want to thank you for tuning in for our conclusion to the Batman Forever arcade game experience. So we only have 2 games left to go for the Batathon returns. We have Batman Begins, which I will be hosting. That will start next week.
Yep.
And then we'll be finally ending it with Batman Arkham Origins, which Matt will be taking care. You know, I'm looking back as I played most of these fucking games for this fucking Batathon returns. Why? Why'd you let me do that? Unfortunately, and I'm not gonna say anything right now, I'm not exactly done with the Batathon returns, personally speaking.
Oh, what are you thinking?
You'll find out later.
Oh, God.
Either way, how about some more patron shoutouts?
Yeah.
All right, so shout outs to some more patrons here. Thank you all so much for your love and support. Shout outs to Nefarious, Jodo Lad 64, Lance Akira, Konar Shea, Archer Slam Bam, Ace Jetstream, Jonathan Youngs, Dave Sheltron, Bus Score, I wanted to say Bussy Score, Christopher Karasi, Steve Hedge, and finally for today, Sierra Blaze Jaeger. We will catch you guys with the beginning of Batman Begins next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel.
We begin with Batman Begins next week.
Yes, SGB begins or some shit like that. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.